Some pretty big news broke today or this morning surrounding the New York Giants and their star defensive tackle, Dexter Lawrence. And it turns out they've been trying to get a contract done for the past 2 seasons. Nothing's really transpired. Dexter Lawrence, in the end, has been quite fed up because he believes he should be paid what he's shown the Giants the past 3 years, and they aren't offering him anything near that. At least that's what it seems like. So Dexter Lawrence today made it public, who screamed to the world, I requested a trade. So you have to trade me. I mean, you don't have to trade me, but I don't want to play for this organization no more, which is kind of interesting, right? Because the Giants are in this new era. They just fired Brian Daboll. They bring in John Harbaugh to take over the reins. This could be a good football team. The defense looks fine, or at least somewhat decent. You have the edge rushers. Now you have Dexter Lawrence at defensive tackle. Your offense is kind of young, but healthy. Could make a slot, could make a big jump this next year with Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors fully healthy. There's talks of an OBJ return, and then you got obviously Cam Scattaboo in the backfield with the other guy. I can't remember, Tyrone Tracy, I believe is his name or something like that. So the Giants are headed in an interesting direction. Like they could be good. And yet they don't want to pay one of their probably the best player on their roster outside of their offensive weapons, right? Dexter Lawrence. He's been wanting he's been wanting a better contract to remain with the Giants. I don't think he wants to leave, but if they're not going to offer him, it's like, okay, fine. If you don't see value in me, I don't see value in you. I want out. I request a trade. This is coming from Adam Schefter, who this morning reported that ESPN sources Giants All-Pro defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence has requested a trade, and he will not be practicing or participating in the team's offseason workout program that opens Tuesday. Lawrence and the Giants have been through 2 off-seasons attempting to negotiate a contract reflecting his value to the Giants over the last 3 years, but there has not been any progress per sources. Obviously, calls are going to be made. As soon as this came out, I'm assuming every single GM that needs a defensive tackle made a call to the New York Giants saying, hey, what's your price? What is it going to take to get Dexter Lawrence? Now, I will say, there's one obvious landing spot, and yes, it is because I am a fan of this team, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna get a green screen. Don't worry, I'm gonna cover this all up because this is an NFL channel. I don't want it to scream Vikings, 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 because yes, I do cover the Vikings on a different channel, but I also love the NFL. Okay, so we're gonna get that changed. But the most logical landing spot, the number one landing spot, the projected landing spot, is the Minnesota Vikings, just because it makes the most sense. The Vikings were one of the names to watch last offseason when talking about Dexter Lawrence potentially getting traded. Now, since he has requested a trade, expect the Vikings to be one of those suitors as well. All it would take, I mean, it would really just depend on how much money they could pay Dexter Lawrence. Do they have the funds available to bring him on the team, to bring him on the roster? Like, to me, do what you got to do to get him there, right? But Dexter Lawrence would make any team that much better. I think there's plenty of teams in the National Football League that could use his talents. You're looking at maybe a Las Vegas Raiders team, right? They have Fernando Mendoza coming in at the number one overall pick. They have Max Crosby on the edge. Could you imagine Max Crosby and Sexy Dexy on the line together? That would be scary. The Dallas Cowboys are obviously one team to always keep an eye on. Um, Green Bay, maybe, because they got rid of one of their defensive tackles last season. Chicago, who knows? I mean, I guess Detroit really has a defensive tackle, so that's the NFC North. But there are teams out there that would say, hey, we could use a defensive tackle. We could use an all-pro defensive tackle. We have the money. Let's go take a swing. I would expect Dexter Lawrence to be traded probably by draft night or on draft night, or at least right after draft night, like somewhere around the draft. Dexter Lawrence will be traded because I think when you trade for Dexter Lawrence, you're going to have to give up your pick. You're probably your first round pick, if I would have had to assume. One of the Vikings beat reporters or something like that basically said the Vikings would send their first round pick, which is number 18, and the 82nd pick to get Dexter Lawrence, and the 37th overall pick So draft compensation is going to have to be a part of it, or you would assume would be a part of it. But Dexter Lawrence is disgruntled. He wants a new contract. If he gets traded, expect a contract extension to happen because this year he's currently due 20 million. Will the Giants pay that, or will the team that acquires him, pay that? We don't know, but all we know right now is that Dexter Lawrence has requested a trade from the New York Giants. You guys let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks. And you just got your fix with the Wicks.